in my house, my mom's house, like 9 o'clock came around, she would be like, it's nuevete, right? Like, you gotta get out because it's late. The Spanish, again, didn't take the hint. There's customs, that you can come and be our guest, but only for so long. After that, like, you gotta pay rent. Never happened. And Cortez realized, there's no way that we're going to defeat the Aztecs here. There's just no way. So he and some of his men had heard that there was another captain searching for Cortez because he was an outlaw in Cuba. And what he was doing was actually illegal from the perspective of the Spanish, because I guess he didn't have the right lineage or whatever they used to determine who can do what, like title. And he was like, well, we need reinforcements. I'm going to go convince those people to come and help us. He left a detachment inside of Tenochtitlan, and he went to Veracruz. Remember that picture where the Olmecs were? He went to Veracruz. He saw the captain with the boats and the men on the beach, and they were like, hey, let's go to Tenochtitlan. We can take over the city and rule the world. He was like, no, your court date is coming up, dude. You gotta go. While they're having this conversation, this dialogue, some of Cortez's men went to the boats and burnt them down as their armies were on the beach. Right? This is a tactic that was used in the year 711 by Tariq the Hawk when they went from Morocco to Spain. You guys didn't know it. Spain had been occupied by Muslims for over 800 years, right? From 711 till about 1492. Mm-hmm. Oh, coincidence, right? So there they are on the beach, and Cortez tells them, well, you can stay here and get eaten alive by these mosquitoes, or you can go to Tenochtitlan and, you get a share, you get a cut of the loot. Meanwhile, in Tenochtitlan, the Aztecs are fed up. By that time, they had killed Moctezuma because, they considered him a traitor. Another account says that the Spanish killed him, and when he came out in public, he actually did not speak because the wound that he had would not allow him to. And then the story goes that they threw rocks at him, and he died. We don't know the story. I can't look at it, right? Like, who are we going to believe here? It's not really that important. I mean, sad, yes. Important to the details of what was about to happen. It kind of makes sense that the Spanish probably killed him, right? But again, that's my bias. So the Spanish inside of Tenochtitlan were like, okay, we got to go because these people are sharpening their rocks. And, there's just too many of them. We're not going to make it. So they were like, okay, tonight we're going to escape. I'm on the first group. You're on the next group. And, sorry, you guys are on the last group. They decided to walk across the entrances. And if you remember here, these entrances, this is an island. These are bridges made out of reed boats. Maybe not too different from the ones that the Olmecs took from Africa to the Americas, but floating devices, balsas, that they could be removed at night. So at night, they would put all the little ships right here, and they would have a big gaping hole in their puente, in their bridge. So they could sleep at night. They had a lot of enemies. They had a lot of people paying tribute to the Aztecs. And at night, they needed to be able to sleep, so little boat moves, you can rest a little bit. Plus, they had guards and stuff. So, by the way, all the images that you see here are probably downloaded from Google Images. You find them, no problem. And as they start to escape, the story goes that an old lady, una viejita, she was out there getting water, and she saw them escaping, and she sounded the alarm, and all heck breaks loose. It was like pandemonium, Spanish people running everywhere across the bridge. Some of them made it through. You can see this picture right here. Isn't that artistic rendition? And it was all bad for the Spanish. It was all bad. Only a few got away. The story goes that after this battle, the few men that survived met up with Cortez, and they told him the story. And the story goes that, he sat under a tree on the famous Árbol de la Noche Triste, and then he cried. Right? He was so devastated that he cried. In our history books, that story is called La Batalla de la Noche Triste, the sad night battle. And I always accepted that. I was like, oh, pobrecitos, right? But I'm like, well, wait a minute. As I grew up, and I'm a little bit more proud of my indigenous roots, and I'm like, who won? Like, we did, so why is it sad for me, right? They were doing terrible things, we went, and then we cried. Didn't make sense. But again, the colonized mind is a powerful weapon against ourselves. So we have to look at the language that we use, that I'm using, and know that it's been colonized for 527 years. So we're not going to break out of it like right away. This patriarchal stuff, even though it's not that good, it's going to be hard for us to get out of it. And we're going to have to work on it every day. So he cried, and then he says, well, you know what? We're going to lay siege to the city, get all the other tribes, the Tlaxcaltecas, all the people that surrounded, that had beef with the Aztecs, and they're going to help us lay siege. And so they do. Unfortunately for the natives, we know what story happens here, right? Smallpox. Totally decimated the population. I mean, the stories are horrible, so I'm not going to repeat them here again. But it was just terrible. 9 out of 10 people did not make it. Same story for our Polynesian brothers and sisters, right? Same story, Philippines. I mean, you name it, like wherever colonizing armies have gone with biological weapons, I mean, it's bad. So 1521, August 12th, after months of the siege, by then several emperors have taken the role of leadership, and now we have Cuauhtémoc. Cuauhtémoc is a wise man of 18 years old. He is the next leader. His name means descending eagle. The Aztecs are known by many names, and the Aztecs counted as the eagle dish. The eagle is a very sacred animal in our traditions, and his name was descending eagle. And he's seeing all the people die, and he gathers them, probably something similar to here, maybe something bigger, or maybe not, after months of siege, and he says to the people, he's like, we have to give up. There's no way that we can survive this. And the elders, they're like, we ain't going down like that. Give us the order, and we will go, and we will continue this fight till the very last one of us. Again, wise man of 18, he tells them no. Si los abuelos, si los ancianos, if the grandparents go and take up this fight, all of our memories, all of our history will be lost forever. And then the mujeres, fuertes, like today, right? Like always. They were like, send us to battle. And again, Cuauhtémoc, just being wise, he told them, the women are the keeper of the fire. They are the backbones of our community. If our women go and fight them, you've seen what they've done. You will not be spared. There is no mercy here. You will be destroyed, and with that, our community will be no more. Like, our community will just fall apart. And you know this to be true to this day, mujeres, right? You guys are the ones holding us together. Gracias. And then the little kids, they were like, well, we're not strong enough to carry the sticks, but if you give us knives, we're small, we can sneak around them and we can kill them. Cuauhtémoc told them, if you go to battle, it would be like throwing seeds into the fire. We have no future. They understood it was a sacrifice, and this has been translated from Nahuatl to probably Spanish to English to many other languages. So this is the gist of what he told them, and this is the standing orders for all of us Chicanos and indigenous peoples that want to lay claim to the Chicanismo and everything native. This is coming from Central Command, right? So this is a message left to our people on August 12, 1521. Our sun has concealed itself. Our sun has gone from our vision and has left us in darkness. However, we know that it will return. It will come forth again and once again bring the light. But meanwhile, it remains in the house of death. Let us hide in the center of the soul that our heart loves and considers a treasure. Let us conceal our places of study, our schools, our ball game fields, our houses of song. Let the streets be deserted, and let us seclude ourselves in our homes. We do not know when at this time our new sun will come forth. Future fathers and future mothers will take charge of education. The father with his sons and the mother with her daughters.